If you're LGBTQI+ and autistic, just like me, congratulations. You're a spectrum unicorn. What does this mean exactly? Let's get into it. Studies indicate that gender identity and sexuality are more diverse among autistic people. Pretty fascinating, right? As someone who is gay and autistic, I really think there needs to be a term for people like us. When you're autistic, you're usually described as being on the spectrum. Sex, gender expression, and sexual orientation have also been portrayed as existing on a spectrum. That said, the gender spectrum model has been criticized for being limited in its representation. To explain, when you argue that male man and female woman occupy 2 points on the far ends of gender expression, you exclude other identities that might not fit between those 2 points. For example, intersex people might feel that their sex characteristics are outside of the existing categories of male and female. I want to share a really handy alternative to the spectrum model. As you can see here, the unicorn model is a lot more open-ended where it comes to defining gender, sex, and physical and emotional attraction. The 5 categories it uses are gender identity, gender expression, the sex one is assigned at birth, whom you're physically attracted to, and whom you are emotionally attracted to. Being a member of the autism and the LGBTQI+ communities makes us a pretty rare beast, kind of just like a unicorn. So rather than describing us as being on 2 spectrums, I'm going to roll with the term spectrum unicorn. Having a label like this is a great way to identify those of us who identify as both autistic and LGBTQI+. It also opens the conversation to exploring some of the unique challenges we might face. I want to briefly discuss here intersectionality, the theory of intersections. No, not traffic intersections, but intersections of identity. If we were to continue the traffic metaphor, we could say that the cars are our individual identities and the intersections are the contexts that define how they interact. For instance, as someone who is gay and autistic, I have sometimes felt stigmatized and oppressed on 2 fronts by wider society. Growing up, I was mocked for both my interests as a gay boy and for my autistic behaviors. And if I want to drill down a little bit further, even within the gay community, I felt excluded and marginalized for being autistic. As someone who has sensory sensitivities, attending gay venues or events like nightclubs or circuit parties can be incredibly overwhelming. This means I can't easily participate in many aspects of mainstream gay culture. You could say in this regard that this culture is ableistic, but really it's just a reflection of the ableism in wider society. Conflicts between LGBTQI+ and autistic identities is a pretty big topic, and one I plan to explore further in a later video. But if you at all relate to anything I've said today, let me know in the comments. Do you identify as autistic and LGBTQI+? What are some of the challenges you've faced due to these identities? And have you experienced conflicts between them? Whatever your story, I want to hear it. And if you have a quick second, please consider filling out the questionnaire I've linked below. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.